Good day, everyone. This is a video of how to build machine learning models with the DataMine machine learning service. In this video, I'll be focusing on three things: building a model, and then looking at the model on the forecast page and on the model index page. You build a model, you look to see the progress on the index page, then you look at the model on the forecast page. Let's walk through the process of building a model. We'll first click Build a Model. And this system is folder based. All your models need to go into your folder. You need to click Start Projects. Look for your name. Look for your name. And we will use Sarah from CME as the example. We will pretend we're Sarah. We're going to click this plus sign and we're going to call this crude oil folder. And I'm going to build some crude oil models and I'm going to put them in my crude oil folder under my own name. Okay, Sarah has set up her crude oil folder. Start, create a model. So you only have to set up that folder once. And it's important that you only put crude oil models in there. If you want to create models for something else, create another folder. Okay, is that crude oil folder? There it is. That's the folder that I just created. That's where my models are going. And now I'm going to name my model crude oil 5 days. And for the type of model, if you choose single, it will be very inexpensive and not too many computational resources will be used. If you choose auto, it will use more computational resources. We need to tell the platform what symbol do we want to predict, and you have a choice of approximately 20 continuous futures from the CME. In this case, I am going to choose WTI rolling future. This is the thing that I want to forecast. Next, I need to choose the data that I want to use to forecast the model. And what I like to do is just come to source to make it nice and easy. I'm going to use the other continuous futures to forecast crude. I'm going to use CME CVOL data to forecast crude. I'm going to use CME FX data to forecast crude. I'm going to use term SOFRT data to forecast crude. I'm also going to use commitment of traders, some headlines, EIA. Definitely I want to use EIA data to forecast crude. USDA, no. Technical analysis indicators, yes. Or I can search. I can search for data like crude. All the data sets with the word crude in it will appear, and there was 592 of them. Let's do this. Let's use these 592 data sets to forecast the price of crude, and I'm going to hit next. And now I need to tell the model how many days ahead do I want to forecast crude. I can put any value I want here. 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 21 days, anything you want. Now, the model is trained on 8 years of data, and the out of sample data is between these dates. So the model is trained on 8 years of data, and then it is placed on data that it has never seen before between these two dates. In this case, we're training it on 8 years of data, and we are going to show it data that it has never seen from 2022 to 2023 today. And this is approximately 1 year, 11 months of out of sample data that we will see the model on. The platform will automatically build models and search and use these algorithms. MLP is a neural network. The rest are standard machine learning algorithms. It will test all of them and show you the best one when it's done. I can assign more computational resources here or less, but we'll just leave it as default. And in a future video, I will even show you even more settings that you can play with. But for today, let's keep it simple and hit next and then hit create. So what's happening now is the machine learning is bringing together all the data that I selected and is going to train the model on 8 years of data. Let's go look at this model when it's training. And I go to model index, and here I can see crude oil folder. That's the one that I just created. There's my model, crude oil 5 days. It is queued to train right now. Once it's finished training and it says completed, you can then click on Dataset Dashboard. That's the green links right here. You can go look at the machine learning model. So here is historical crude oil prices. Here is the forecast curve. Machine learning thinks that crude oil is going to be heading up in the next 5 days. Here are the historical signals. Here are a couple of strategies that start with $100. If you would have started with $100 and gone long only, you would have had $257 today. If you would have gone short only, and this is really the first kind of sense check that we use to see if the model works on out of sample data. There's much more sophisticated strategy analytics available. We also have the feature importance over time, and we also have feature importance of the data that you selected. What data is the most predictive? In this case, it was commitment of traders, followed by some CME data from SOFR, followed by some continuous futures from CME, followed by some EIA data, which totally makes sense. Just as important as the data that is predictive is the data that is not predictive. That's on the last page. If we sort this and we go to the last page, page 7, we can see feature importance percentage is 0. And all of this data, the machine learning believes that it is not predictive to my crude oil model that's predicting 5 days ahead. We also have some basic statistics here, such as accuracy. This model happens to be 62.4% accurate. We also have R squared, which can show you is the model predictive over time, and this model was predicted over time. If you plan to use this as a hedging model, this is just a quick sense check on will this model be good at procuring commodities. In this case, there would have been a 5.7% savings on your commodity procurement if that's what you do. So it's pretty easy to build models. And so I like to build more than one model if I'm forecasting crude out into the future. If you build more than one model, you can look at another dashboard that we call the group dashboard. I call it the group dashboard because it's a group of models. In this case, I have 2 models in this dashboard. One model that I just showed you predicting 5 days ahead, and one model that I just showed you that I haven't shown you that predicts 8 days ahead. And here the forecast curve is put together, is stitched together to produce a longer forecast curve. And you can put as many models as you want here. You can build models for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Put them all, they'll all be in this dashboard. They'll all be stitched together. You can build many models for the 5-day or many models for 8 days. Maybe you have a team of analysts, and their job is to analyze crude oil. And they have a hypothesis on how crude oil moves and what data is predictive. Have them build a model and put it in here. And each one of your analysts builds a model and puts it in here. And you can have incredible intelligence driven by machine learning with this model ensembling. This video is getting kind of long, but I hope that you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.